Hi guys, welcome to another evening with Srinivas from BYJU'S. Guys, we are going to talk about the questions that have come quite often in CMAT exam today. Okay, so before we go in, I hope you are all prepared. I know the last moment jitters will always be there. You have prepared for a long time, I believe, and the exam is just about 3-4 days away. It's on 9th of April, so I'm sure. Yes, hello, Lokik, Yash, Ravi Yadav, Roosters, right? So, guys, I'm sure you're all kind of nervous, excited, all kinds of feelings going away. You'll be wondering what will happen in the exam, what kind of questions come over there. Well, we have done a lot of sessions till now. We have spoken about the new section. I have done a 6 session series where I have spoken about what can be expected on the innovation side and entrepreneurship side. So those videos are already there on the YouTube. We have done multiple sessions on logical reasoning. We have done multiple sessions on DI, quant, all of them put together, right? So we're going to look at what actually happens in this particular session, not in terms of the topics that can come, but now I'm going to get into, in today's session, we're going to specifically look at the kind of questions which have appeared more. So I have not randomly picked up the questions from the previous years. So what I've actually done is I have looked at the last few years of CMAT and tried to see what model of questions have appeared more number of times. Okay. Yes, Rooster, it can be useful for MAH CET too because the standard is similar. Okay, MAH CET and CMAT, the standards are kind of similar. Probably MAH CET will be a little bit more higher than CMAT, but I think more or less you can compare them. Okay. Anyway, so the whole idea for today's session is I'm not picking any question like that. I've picked about a dozen questions. That's 12 questions, which have appeared at least 3 times in the last few years. I think I've looked at last 5 years. Okay. So 4 to 5 years, 3 times this model has come in. So that's the basic logic that I'm going by. Okay. So and you'll notice that the bulk of the questions are going to come from the topic called arithmetic. So we are going to focus, I'm not saying I'm going to focus only on arithmetic, but you will notice that the questions today mostly will be from this topic because arithmetic is the most important for CMAT and the number of questions will keep, the model of questions are more from this. So that's one of the reasons you'll be seeing quite a few of them from this particular area. Okay, so we're going to follow a simple structure. I will put a question in front of you as a PPT, as a slide, and I'll give you about 60 seconds to 90 seconds depending upon the question to solve. Once the time is over, I will start answering the question. I'll show you what is the correct way to solve it and then we'll move forward. So there's not too much of theory beforehand. I'm assuming that we are not in a position to talk about theory right now. I don't think you'll be expecting me to teach you anything new. Because we are just four days away from the exam. So yes, I will talk about how to solve the question. I will solve the question for sure. But this is not a theory teaching class. Okay, so I'm assuming that you all know the basics of what we are going to discuss right now. Okay. Thanks a lot, Prajwal. The good words really boost the confidence. So yes, keep that coming. By the way, guys, before we move on, if you have really enjoyed my sessions as well as my colleagues' sessions, other faculty members who have taken it, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already done. We also have MHCET coming your way, so we have a lot of sessions lined up for that. MHCET is in the month of June, long time to go, but there are a lot of sessions planned for it. If you want to be notified about these sessions, click on the bell icon for notification, click on the like button for this particular video, as well as subscribe to the particular channel. Right? Well, guys, let's move on with the question. The first question coming your way, it's a very simple question from time and work. Okay, so this question, try to do it in 60 seconds and post your answers. Your time starts now. I'm going to look at the time. I have a stop clock here, so I'll tell you when to stop. Ashish, Yash, Dipali, Ravi Yadav, Akash. Great. So guys, you are able to solve it in 30 seconds. Good job. That's the correct answer. Prajwal, very good. So guys, that's about 45 seconds. You have 15 more seconds. Please go ahead. Okay, in fact, all of you are giving the correct answers. I didn't get even a single wrong answer. Very good. One of the simplest questions. And please remember, this has come something like 2-3 times. So these type of questions are the ones that will give you easy marks. Okay. Anyway, so that finishes the 60 seconds. Let's take a look at what is happening here. You have two tanks, tank A and B. There are two pipes, A and B. Fill a tank in 4 hours and 16 hours. How much time will both the pipes take to fill the tank together? Now, this question can be twisted a little bit here and there. Whatever else it is, the logic remains the same. There are two ways of doing it. One is your normal LCM method that you all know about. So you say that time taken or rather work done in 1 hour by A. Work done by A in 1 hour will be 1 by 4 because in 4 hours it will finish the work. So in 1 hour it will be doing 1 by 4th amount of work. And work done by B in 1 hour will be 1 by 16. So when they are both working together for 1 hour, both works get combined because work can be added. Quantity of work can be added. So when they are both working together, you get 1 by 4 plus 1 by 16, making it 5 by 16 when you take the LCM. Now you are basically saying that in 1 hour, you finish this much of work, 5 by 16. So one full work you will finish in how much of time? So you basically say that this cross multiplication and the answer will turn out to be 16 by 5, and that's your answer. Very, very simple, very straightforward. This is one approach. Nothing wrong with this. I'm not saying anything against it. There's a slightly different approach also for those of you who know the second approach. That's good. If you don't know, don't change your approach today. Guys, I'm solving it in 2 approaches depending upon what you have learned. Okay, but this is not the time for you to learn something new. So whatever approach you have been doing till now, stick to it. Okay. Anyway, what is the second approach? The second approach is basically using ratios. So you say that A and B, they take time, actual time taken by both of them to finish the work independently is 4 hours and 16 hours. Now, time ratio, so if you look at the ratio of time, it is 1:4. Now, the basic logic of your time and work tells you that your time taken is inversely proportional to your efficiency. So the more efficient you are, the less time you take. The less efficient you are, the more time you take. So the time and efficiencies are inversely proportional, which means if I know the time ratio here, I can write my ratio of efficiency. My efficiencies can be in the ratio, inverse ratio of 1:4 is 4:1. Now I have actual time and I have efficiency ratio. So I can say hypothetical, what is my work? Remember, what is the work formula? Formula for work is time taken into efficiency, right? So time taken, actual times I have, efficiency, a unit of 4 and 1 I have. So the total work, if you notice for both, 4 into 4, it's 16, 16 into 1, it is 16. Both are same. This is the quantity of work that you have. So total work to be done is 16. And this 16 has to be done by now, both of them together. So efficiencies per hour is 4 and 1 when they are working together, A plus B. When they are working together, they will do 5 units of work, but they have to finish the same 16 quantity of work. So now how much time will it take? So every hour it is 5, 16 they have to do, so it is going to be 16 by 5. So here we don't take an LCM per se, but those of you who understood the nuances of LCM and ratios, you will understand that it's the same wine in old bottle, or rather the new wine in old bottle. So the same thing of LCM, I'm doing it in terms of ratio. So if you're able to understand that, it means you have a very good grasp. Otherwise, don't worry, this is not the time to worry and learn new things. Continue with what you've been learning or what you've been doing. Okay. Anyway, see, look at it. The exam is for 3 hours, guys. You have 180 minutes. And the number of questions are only 100. So you have enough time. Out of this 140 questions are straight away GK based. 20 GK and 20 innovation. So 40 questions will be over just like that. You have enough amount of time to solve the remaining 60. So don't worry about your speed. This is, this is not an exam where you have to be extremely fast. Yes, some speed is required, but you don't have to really worry about it. You can easily take even 2 minutes per question and not worry about it. Because remember, you have 60 questions. Even if you take 2 minutes, you'll be talking about 120 minutes. And you have totally 180 minutes. So 60 more minutes, what will you do? Right? That 1 hour, I don't think you'll be spending 1 hour for this 40 questions at all. right? So that's the logic. Anyway, let's move on. The next question coming your way. Again, a very simple question, nothing different, nothing difficult. It's a time, speed and distance question, and such kind of a question have come quite a bit. So take a look at it. Again, 60 seconds is more than enough for this. It's a very, very simple question. Your time starts now. In fact, for me, this question, find Ramesh and Suresh, both speeds. Give me both the answers. Yash, that's correct. Ravi, very good. Pallavi, very good. In fact, all of you are giving the correct answer. That's very good, guys. So let's take a look at what is happening here. We have a 100-meter race. So let's say this is the starting point here, and the race is going till here. So start and end. Start, end. Now you have Suresh reaching the finish line 5 seconds before Ramesh, which means when Suresh is here, Ramesh is here. They are both starting at the same time. Suresh and Ramesh. But Suresh is faster, so he's finishing first. Ramesh is behind. So just when Suresh finished, Ramesh is reaching this point. So the time taken by Ramesh and the time taken by Suresh is the same to reach these 2 points respectively. Right? So when Suresh ended the race, let's say he took some 10 seconds. In that 10 seconds, Ramesh is behind. Okay, so that's the meaning. Now let's see what is happening. So they are saying that this distance is 15 meters. What does it mean? How am I getting that? Because Ramesh finishes Ramesh reaches his finishing line 5 seconds before, which means 5 seconds before, and beats him by 15 meters. So beating somebody by 15 meters means when I finished, the other person is 15 meters behind me. That's the meaning. Okay. So when Suresh finished, Ramesh is 15 meters behind and beating by 5 seconds, or I am 5 seconds ahead. What does it mean? It means Ramesh will take extra 5 seconds to cover this distance. So the simple thing is Ramesh is traveling 15 meters in 5 seconds. That is the meaning of the question. So what is the speed of Ramesh? Speed of Ramesh is distance traveled 15 meters in 5 seconds. So this is 3 meters per second. So that will be your option number B. Okay, now if you want to find the other person, Suresh's speed, how do you find? It's not going to be a neat number, but I just asked you because they could probably give you a question based on that. So let's just expand or extend this and try to see what happens. So your speed of Ramesh, so time taken by Ramesh, total time taken by Ramesh for the entire journey is total distance by speed of time taken is distance by speed, right? Speed of Ramesh. So this is total distance is 100 by speed is 3. Okay, now this is the time taken, right? So what will be the ratio of, or rather what will be the speed of Suresh? So speed of Suresh will be again distance by time. The distance is same, 100. What is time? Now remember, he is taking 5 seconds less, so this minus 5. So 100 by 3 time minus 5 seconds, because he is reaching 5 seconds faster, which means he is taking 5 seconds lesser time. So that will be 100 by 3 minus 5, so that is 100 minus 15, which is 85 by 3. And this gives you 100 into 3 by 85. As I said, this is not a neat number, that's okay, don't worry about it, because I am just asking you an extension of the question. But when they want you to solve like this, they'll give you a nicer numbers which will get cancelled. Okay, so what did I do? I used the speed of Ramesh. From there I got the time of Ramesh, subtracted 5 seconds from it, and therefore got the speed of Suresh. Clear? Let's move on to the next question. So if you notice, these questions will not take you too much of time, so don't be worried. Be calm, you'll be easily sailing through the exam. Let's take one more example, or not example, one of these questions. This is a very interesting question. Try this out, my friends. I'll give you this time 90 seconds to do this. बिल्ली मियाँ, मिस्टर कैट, एडमिट कार्ड कब आएगा? मुझे भी नहीं पता, आ जाना चाहिए. Ideally, I was expecting it today. Even I was searching for it because I'm also writing the exam just to know what is the paper, how is it going to be. I'm also doing an analysis, by the way, guys. I'm doing an analysis at 9 o'clock on the day. So 9th April, 9 p.m. I'm doing an analysis. Please be there. I'm going to discuss the entire length of the paper, what happened, what could be the marks, what could be the requirement, etc., etc. Well, so I am expecting tomorrow, day after tomorrow, the admit card should be available for you, right? Yes, guys, a lot of you gave the correct answer. Sagar, that is not correct, but good that you attempted, you tried it. Don't worry if it's a mistake once in a while. Don't worry about it at all. The correct answer, my friends, is 12.5%. So let's take step by step. There's a formula for this you can by heart, but I don't believe in by hearting formulae. So let's see what is happening. What is the meaning of this question here? The question says I am cheating. So when I say it is 1 kg, I am supposed to give the person 1000 grams, correct? Because he's paying me for 1000 grams. But when will be CET class for MBA? Spark Thug Life. Okay, I'll confirm that very soon. CET classes for MBA. Anyway, so usually when I say I am giving you 1 kg, you expect 1000 grams and you pay me for that. But if I cheat you, what I'll do is I will take a weigh in the weighing machine which is actually 800 grams. So when I measure it, you will get less than what you're supposed to get. That way I'm cheating you, right? So that's basically called as a dishonest trade shopkeeper, right? So let's take a look at what is happening here. So okay, Sagar Sai said 1000 grams for 100 and after discount 1000 grams for 90. But he's using unfair weight, so 800 grams for 90, so 10 by 80 into 100, that's perfect. So let me explain that step by step. Sagar, you have done it very nicely, but I'm going to explain it step after step. So initially what happens, so the first thing is, let me take 1 rupees per gram. Let me say the cost price is 1 rupee per gram, which means 1000 grams is 1000 rupees. This is my cost price. So let us say I purchased 1 kg, I'm the shopkeeper. So I have 1 kg and I spent 1000 rupees for this 1 kg, whatever, some item. Okay. Now I am telling the people that I'm selling it to you at the cost price. And on top of that, I'm giving you a discount, which means if somebody buys 1 kg from me, he will pay me 900 rupees. He will pay me 900 rupees. But how much is he actually getting? He is getting 900 rupees, but he's getting only 800 grams because I am cheating him. So when I sold this 800 grams, I am getting 900 rupees. I am getting 900 rupees. Now what is the cost for this 800 grams for me? Right? Because when I sold 800 grams, I should also look at the cost for 800 only, not for the entire 1000. Right? So my cost for 800 is 800 rupees. Because I told you, I am taking the cost price, my cost price as 1 rupee per gram. So my cost price is 800, my selling price is 900. So my profit is 100 rupees over 800. So 100 rupees profit I'm making when I'm selling 800 rupees worth of goods. So my profit percentage is 1 by 8 as a fraction. 1 by 8 as a fraction is 12.5%. That is option number D. Clear? Yes, Kush, particularly I did that. I did not take the same questions. There's no, it's a waste of time, right? Last year questions you would have already practiced. So what I particularly did, I asked my team to do is pick the questions, change the numbers. So it is at least going to be a practice for you. There's no point wasting everything, asking you to do the same thing again and again. So that's what I did, Kush. At least utna to dhyan rakhte hain. Right, so let's go ahead. I hope you guys understood this. Let's go ahead and look at the next question coming your way. This is a question. This is a SICI question. Very easy again, not going to be very difficult. I'll give you 90 seconds. Please try it out. 90 seconds be too high, but let's see if you can solve this. Yash, that's very good. 20 seconds is all it took you. That's very nice. Kush, very good. Sushant, I think you made a small error in calculation. Ek baar check kar lena. Soumya, good. Kushu, I think there's a small mistake. Ravi, very good. Alright guys, so that's your 90 seconds. Let's take a look at what is happening here. So a local bank in Bihar offers a compound interest scheme such that the money deposited will become 16 times in 4 years. So if you take the original money as P, then 16P is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power 4. This is what has been given to you, right? So the original principal is P, you put it in bank for 4 years. This is the compound interest formula. And it is becoming 16p, so p gets cancelled. Now this is a particular kind of question where you are not supposed to find your r. You're not supposed to find your r. What you're supposed to do is write this in terms of power. So 2 power 4 will be equal to 1 plus r by 100 whole power 4. This will give you, if you notice power 4 and power 4, which means the bases can be compared directly, you will get 1 plus r by 100 as 2. Don't waste your time finding your r. Leave it aside. The next thing is, you want principal starting with p into 1 plus r by 100 for some time. How many years we don't know, but we want this to become 32 times of itself, 32p. So the p gets cancelled and now we know this part is 2. So 2 power n is 32. So what power of 2 gives you 32? 2 power 5 is 32. Therefore your n is 32. N is 5. So the answer is option A. So this question, this model of question is very commonly found, and this question is particularly made where the powers will match. So please don't ask me, sir, क्या होगा if this is 18? यार अगर ये 18 है तो तुम question नहीं कर पाओगे in the exam, right? If it is power 4 and you're supposed to find 18, you will not be able to do this unless you have a calculator with you. Okay, so without calculator you can't do this. So they'll design the question in such a way that you'll be able to calculate very simply. Okay. Sagar, this compound interest is not simple interest. You have not read the question clearly. So good, make the mistakes here. Make all your mistakes here, don't make them in the exam. Okay? Alright, let's move on. So 5 years is the correct answer. Next question. This is a nice question. Take 90 seconds again. It's a very, very simple. But let me see how many of you will end up making an error or a mistake. Yes, Kush. 64 then 6 years. 2 power, na? The concept remains the same. Power of 2's or the powers of 2. Okay, almost there, another 20 seconds. Fine guys, so let's take a look at the answer here. Now the correct answer I believe is 5 or 6, I don't remember. Let's see what is the correct answer. So what happens actually, there are 4 members whose average is 30. So let's say today Chintu is born. So without counting Chintu, the total age of the 4 people, total age of 4 people should be 120. Because average is 30, so 30 into 4 should be 120. Now Chintu is born. So his age is 0. Right? So total of 5 people today is 120 still. Because plus 0, Chintu's age, he's just born today, so his age is 0. Let's not worry about the average. Let's look at the total. Now we are going X years into the future. X years. When you go X years into the future, all the 5 people, now there are 5 people, 4 original members plus Chintu. Every person will get one year per year. Everybody will get 1 year. So if I go 1 year into the future, everybody will get 1. So 5 ones will come. If I go 2 years into the future, so if I go 2 years into the future, everybody will get plus 2, which means I'll get 2 into 5. In the total, it will increase by 10. If I go for 3 years, then everybody will get plus 3. So there is 3 into 5, 15 years is the total increase when I go 3 years into the future. So if I'm going X years into the future, this 120 will now become 120 plus 5 into X. Because everybody will get extra X years. That is the total. Average is total by number of people. And this is given to me as 30. That's it. So this simplifies. You can write 5x equal to 150 minus 20 is 30. So x will be equal to 6. So straight away your answer will be option number D. Clear? So the whole idea here is when you're going into the future, you need to understand that everybody will get 1 year, not just the newborn. Options are easy, yes, you can put the options. But okay, if I want to mess up your life, I can take this out and I make this C. I can put none of these. Okay, or I can put 5 and I can take the 6 out and put none of these. You'll start getting confused when you say, okay, all 3 options are not working. Is it really none of these? Did I make a mistake somewhere? You know, that kind of things can happen. But this is a very simple question where you don't have to use options actually. You can, you know, if you do it directly, it will be faster than actually doing it with options. But yes, Kush, whenever you don't know what to do, options are the best approach for you. Don't worry. Let's go ahead, guys. Next question. By the way, before we move on, guys, once again, please give me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not a part of BYJU'S exam prep already, and click on the bell icon. You will get notification on CMAT. In fact, in the next 3 days, we have continuous sessions on CMAT. CMAT analysis is happening on 9th of April, as well as we have MHCET sessions lined up for you. Okay? Hi, Ajinkya. Right, so that's 6 years. Next question. This is an interesting question. I will give you 120, in fact 120 seconds, but that's a bit more, but that's okay. 120 seconds. Go ahead, try this. Okay, 1 minute up, no answers. Let's see. Shushant, please check. Sony, please check. Spark, I think that's the correct answer. Yes, that's the concept, Soumya. Right, guys, so that's 2 minutes up. So I'll explain the concept once again for those of you who forgot. So the general concept, the general idea here is when there are two things mixed, A and B, in the ratio A is to B. Okay, so there are two items or two different liquids mixed in the ratio A is to B. And the total quantity, so the quantity of the mixture, so let's say total is T. This is the total quantity. So they are mixed in the ratio A is to B and the total quantity is T. So this concept now is called as a replacement concept. So what happens in this replacement concept? So you have T liters of this two mixtures A and B in the ratio A is to B. Now you take X liters and replace. So X liters is taken out and you replace with X liters of B. So X liters is taken out of the mixture. You put the same amount. Remember, you're coming back with the same amount, that is X again, but this time of only B, pure. This is the concept. So if this is repeated again and again, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, how will this ratio change or how will the percentage change? That's the concept. And it is given by a simple formula which goes by something like this. The formula is A by A plus B into T minus X by T whole power N. This will be the percentage of A after N replacements. This is the formula. So what does it mean? So A by A plus B, this is the ratio of, or rather this is called as the percentage of A initially, right? Because if the ratio is A is to B, then the percentage of A in terms of fractional form will be A by the total, A by A plus B. So this talks about the percentage starting point of A. Now total is the total quantity that is there and X is the quantity which you are taking out and putting back, again and again. So how many times are you doing this? N number of times. So when you do this N number of times, the final is given by this entire formula, and this formula tells you what will happen to the concentration of A. This is called as a replacement concept. Okay, so we are going to apply this direct formula and get an answer. So what is your A? So A, this is 4, this is 5. So your formula, when you apply this becomes 4 by 9 into, now 1800 minus 720. 1800 minus 720 is 1080 by 1800 whole square. So into 1080 by 1800. This will be the fraction of A left out. Okay, this will be the fraction of A left out. So how much is this? So if you can just quickly take this out, 218. So 9 goes 2 times, 9 ones are 9, 9 twos are 18. Then again 9 200 times, 9 ones are 9, 9 twos are 18. So 2 goes 2 times, 2 goes 100 times. So basically the calculations have happened. So 3, 4 and 4. So 9 is there, so 2 3s are there. So I've just cancelled out the 2. So you will get 16 by 100. This is the fraction, or you can write this as 4 by 25. This is the fraction. So out of 25 units, 4 units will be your, what is that? The first solution, oil. They are asking how much of oil is left out in the total. So 4 by 25 out of 1800. This is your answer. In fact, if you realize this, you can multiply this 1800 here itself and your calculation will become easier. So you can just write here itself. So 1800 will get cancelled directly. So you can simplify this. 25 goes how many times? 25 goes 5, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So 25, 175, so 72. So this is 4 to the 8, 7 4 to the 28 makes it 288. That is your answer. So basically, if this is the fraction of oil left, 4 by 25, that is out of 25 units, 4 will be oil. If the total is 1800, you will be getting 288 units of oil, and that is your option number D. So I hope I have cleared this idea of replacement. It's a direct application of the formula. Okay, in some questions ratio will be given, in some questions the percentage will be given, doesn't matter. The formula talks about the percentage wise, you know how to convert percentages into ratio or ratio into percentages. So don't worry about it, just remember the formula in one way, either percentage way or ratio way, and then sort it or solve it accordingly. Okay, last step once again. So which is it the simplification? You understood this, right? Did you get this 4 by 25? Once you have this 4 by 25, this is, which means out of 25 units, 4 units is oil. That is the meaning of this fraction. If there are 25 liters, 4 liters will be oil. But you have 1800 liters. So how much of this 1800 will be oil? So 4 by 25 into 1800, that is the multiplication. This cancellation will give you the answer as 288. Mr. Roosters, yeah, change your name and come properly, my friends. I don't like calling you Meow. There's one guy coming with Meow. One of you is coming with this name Roosters. While it's fun, but I would like to address you properly with your given name. Okay, I don't mind, but it's nice for me to know who I'm talking to, instead of saying that I'm talking to animals. Right guys, let's move on. Next question. Okay, so this question, again a very simple question. They are both leaving from their same house. They both are brothers, so they're staying in the same house. Take it that way. Do this in 90 seconds, more than enough. Soumya, if paint is asked, you'll still do the same. You'll get oil 4 by, you got oil as 4 by 25. So the remaining 21 by 25 is what? It is paint. So if you got oil percent fraction, from there you can get your paint fraction also. Right, so 21 by 25 into 1800 will be your answer then. Or total minus 288. Same thing. 1800 minus 288. Okay, thank you John for letting me know. Now I don't have to call you spark plug. I can call you John. Yash, that is not correct. Right guys, so let's take a look at it. 90 seconds are up. So there are two brothers, Naveen and Kiran, both go to the gym every day. Naveen takes 45 minutes and who's the other guy? Kiran takes 30 minutes. Okay, Naveen takes 45 minutes, Kiran takes 30 minutes. So what I'll do is, let me say speed of Naveen, I'll call it as small n. Okay, so what is my distance? My distance will be 45 n, because and I'm taking speed in minutes, in kilometers per minute or meters per minute, whatever. So let me take my speed as kilometers per minute. I can take it like that also, right? Speed is ultimately what? Standard units are meters per second, kilometers per hour. But I can take a unit as kilometers per minute also. Nobody stops me from doing it. Nothing wrong with it, right? So I will take my speed as n kilometers per minute, which means he's traveling for 45 minutes. So the distance is 45 n. So based on this, what is the speed of Kiran? Now Kiran covers the same distance in 30 minutes. So the speed of Kiran is distance 45 n by distance by time 30, which is 1.5 n. 15 2s are 15 3s are 1.5 n. If you understand ratios, you can do it in the terms of ratios also, but that's fine. Right now I did not use ratios. I'm just doing it in the basic multiplication and division. Okay, so your speed of Kiran is 1.5 n. Okay, these two we have in terms of n. Now what happened one day? One day basically your Kiran, so okay, I'm starting from here. I think I'm blocking my screen, so let me start from here. So Kiran is starting early. So Kiran traveled for 10 minutes. Now Kiran is here and not Kiran, sorry, Naveen. Naveen started 10 minutes early. So Naveen is ahead and Kiran is just behind, and 10 minutes is the gap. So what is the distance here? Naveen has traveled for 10 minutes. So for 10 into n. So 10n is the distance. So now the question is very simple. It's like your thief and police. The police is behind, the thief is front. How much time or how long will it take for the police to catch the thief? So we know the relative speed concept. So the time taken for the police to catch the thief is distance between them divided by speed of police minus speed of thief. Okay, police minus speed of thief. So here think of n as a thief and Kiran as a police. So this becomes, the distance is 10n by the speed of police, that is Kiran's speed, is 1.5 n minus speed of n, which is n itself, because that's our assumption initially. So this gives you 10n by 0.5 n, which is 20. N and n will get cancelled. You will be getting 10 by half, which is 20. Therefore, the answer is A. Clear? So we can do this faster if you understand the ratios concept, but I'm not getting into it. I explained it in the simple way using your simple divisions and multiplications, but I hope that's fine. Right, so not many of you got the correct answer here. A lot of you made mistakes. That's okay. It happens once in a while. It's not a tricky question actually, but you have to be just careful in this kind of a question. But I want to go back to the previous question, guys. Now I want to reiterate one thing. Remember the replacement formula. Remember the replacement formula is A by A plus B into total minus x by total whole power 2. Okay, this is the total. Now, whole power n, sorry. Now, this gives you the percentage. This gives you the percentage of A, capital A, in the final mixture. Now, if I ask you, what is the percentage of B, you can't do it as B by A plus B. This will not work. You can't do it as B by A plus B into T minus X by T whole power n. This formula will not work. Because what you need to understand, what you need to remember in this formula is, here A and B are the things which are getting mixed, but when your replacement, only B is coming. Only B is coming back. Okay, so this formula is derived keeping in mind that A is in the denominator, but B is coming back. That is how the formula is derived. So if I apply this in this form, B by A plus B into T minus X by T whole power n, but I say that I am replacing it and B is coming back again. So this formula talks about B in the numerator and B coming back. The formula will not work. Okay, so what you need to understand is, if A is in the numerator, then what is coming back should be only B. So in such a case, if they ask you what is the percentage of or what is the quantity of B left out, please don't use this formula. Use this and subtract from the total. That is the best way. Okay? Admit cards of CMAT till 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock were not out, Shivansh. After that, I don't know. Okay? Fine, guys. So let's go ahead. He will everyone later. What did I say? LCM method. Sony, what LCM method? Which one are you talking about? Acha, 90 kilometers. Yeah, you can always take it as 90 kilometers and then assume the distance is 90. There's no problem. You can take the kilometers as 90 and you'll get direct answers. That's also not a problem. Instead of taking it as 45n, you can take n as 2. You can assume it like that. There's no problem. Nothing wrong with it. Perfect. John, admit cards are not out. At least till 7 o'clock in the evening today, I did not see the admit card. I am assuming that it will come tomorrow. Okay. Next question, guys. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so give me an answer to this. Again, this is a very simple question. 60 seconds is more than enough. Ashish, that's very good. Yash, very good. So this question I'll be doing it in the LCM method, guys. Some of you are asking how to do it in LCM method. Last question I did not do, this question I'll do. So take the total distance as 72 kilometers. Why am I taking 72? Because 72 is the LCM of 24, 18 and 36. The LCM of 18, 24, 36 is 72. So average speed is total distance by total time taken. That is the formula. Right? So total distance by total time taken. So total distance is 72. Now time taken. Now the thing is, the 72 has 3 parts. So each part should be how much? 72 by 3. Okay, so that will be 24. Okay, each part is 24 kilometers. Now the first 24 kilometers, the time taken is 24 by time is distance by speed. So 24 by 18. The next is 24 by 24. And the last is 24 by 36. Okay, so distance by total time taken. So this, when you calculate, you will be getting your final answer. So let's see how much is this going to be. So 6, you can say that the LCM anyway is 24. So 24 gets cancelled 3 times. So 3 by 1 by 18 plus 1 by 24 plus 1 by 36. Simplify this, you will be getting your answer. So the answer will be 24. Simple. Alright, so that's your answer here. We have one last question coming your way. Okay, this is actually a very, very easy one. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, I have one question that I want to solve. Yeah, try this, guys. This is actually, I'm not saying it's difficult, it's simple again, but some of you might make some small calculation errors. So I want you to try this out, 60 seconds. Kushi, 72 is the LCM of the 3 speeds given there. So I have taken the distance as the LCM. That's the idea. And 24. Navrin, there are 3 paths, right? 3 equal distances. Total distance is 72. So I am traveling 3 equal distances. So 1/3 of 72 is 24. Okay? Okay, guys, so this is 60 seconds up. Let's take a look at it. So we are saying that selling price is 1.5 times the cost price. So your selling price is 1.5 times the cost price. Find the market price if the cost price of the watch is 500. So selling price will be 750 because cost price is 500. So 50% more. So half of 500 is 250. So the selling price is 750. Now the discount given is 75%. So what is the formula for your market price? So market price into 1 minus D percentage wise should be equal to your selling price. So market price into 3/4 because 25% is a discount. So 1 minus D, so 1 minus 1 by 4 is 3/4. This is your 750. So your market price will be 3 goes 250 times 4 into 250, which is your 1000. So the answer is option number C, or the option number 3. Clear? So guys, these are the common kind of questions that can come. In fact, there's one last question I want you to solve. Which is, okay, we have done already time and work once, so I want you to do one question on ratios. It's a very, very simple question. You can see these are all, I mean, my kid is going to learn this in the next 1 or 2 years. He's in 2nd class, 4th class is going to learn all this. These are all 4th class, 5th class standard questions, but they have been asked to you, so you should not miss this kind of questions at all. So the answer, if you notice, I mean, it's not about calculating the answer, the answer is anyway there, but I want to tell you that these kind of questions have been asked. And it is not surprising at all. Okay, so what is happening here? So the idea here is, how do you combine ratios? So if A is to B is 2 is to 3 and B is to C is 4 is to 5. So how do you combine the ratios? You will combine the ratios by taking the LCM of 4 and 3. So 4 3s are 12. So you will multiply this such that this should become 12, this such that this is becoming 12, which means this 3 into 4 gives you 12. So 2 into 4 gives you 8. Similarly, 4 into 3 gives you 12, so 5 into 3 gives you 15. So when these two are 12, you can write overall as 8 is to 12 is to 15, and that is your answer. This is exactly what you learn in the 4th class, 4th standard, 5th standard. So do not be surprised at this. These kind of questions come, and this is where you are supposed to score your marks very easily and get out. Okay, so please be aware of this kind of questions, guys. They will always be there. Don't waste your time on difficult questions. If you find something is difficult, leave it. Come to these kind of questions. They will always be there. More questions of algebra and geometry. Not many questions come from algebra and geometry, Kush. But yes, we will take up algebra and geometry also. As I said, there are sessions lined up for CMAT. Please click on the notification button as well as the like button for this particular video at least, so that I know that you guys like the session. Yes, modern maths, geometry, I think they'll be lined up, guys. We will be having a lot more sessions. But it's been a wonderful session. You have been very, very interactive. John, about CET classes, I will confirm. In fact, we'll post it. You'll be getting notification, as I said. So please be there on the channel. Subscribe to it. And guys, you have been wonderful audience. I love interacting with you guys in the nights, 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. You guys are still active. That's really good. You guys are all very serious. So all the best to all of you. CMAT exam in the next 5 days. See you in the next session of mine. Thank you and have a good night.